Hello everybody. It's June the 3rd, 2022, 4:30, actually 4:40 in the afternoon, and I'm on my way to Stony Point. I haven't been there since Tuesday, so this is perfect. And I'm actually going to stop off at the Chatsworth train station on the way to Stony Point, because I don't think I've ever been there. And I think it is a non-staffed facility, which is kind of sad, because you'd think when you went to a train station there'd be somebody there, you know, that could give you directions, guidance, whatever. But it reminds me of when the one and only time I took the Los Angeles subway, if you will. That was around the year 2001 or 2, I forget. But there you're on an honor system. You buy your tickets, you go on board the subway, and you go to your destination, and nobody takes your ticket. It's just nobody mans the facility. So we'll find out today if that's the case. I forget what the schedule said. I actually looked at it, and the last train leaving the Chatsworth station for Simi Valley was around 3:30 or something. And then they didn't have another train leaving the station until about 9. I'll see if I'll correct that later if I need to. But anyway, I just thought it would be fun to just kind of stop off and see what it looks like there. I looked online and saw some photos and whatnot, but I'm going to check it out. And so we'll be there pretty soon at the train depot, and we'll follow up. Okay, I'm not exactly sure where I'm going here, but I don't even know what this overpass thing is. I don't know if the train rides on that or what. I wouldn't think so. In fact, I'm quite certain it doesn't. But that's, you know, I've seen it before. But I'm here at Owensmouth, and I'm not even exactly sure if this goes through to the train station, but I'm assuming it does. I've been under this underpass before, but it's been a while. So we got the railroad crossing right here, apparently. I think I'm going to be turning left here. Yeah, it says Old Depot Plaza Road, and that's what I want. Hope this guy doesn't. Oh, this guy on my right, I thought he was going to run into me there. So, okay. So we come down here. Actually, I have been in this parking lot before, but I've never been to the depot itself, because buses gather here, and routes come to this location as well. So I don't think I was supposed to go in there, because I think it said wrong way. Oh, and look at this mural over here on the wall of the wash. It's kind of interesting. So I'm not quite sure where I'm going to park, but I can't turn left. Oh, this guy. Oh, I thought the guy was peeing against the wall. So now we're passenger drop off. I guess I'm just going to go in here and find a parking space. There's a place over here called Penny and Peggy 24-hour child care. That's interesting. And there's the Chatsworth Porter Ranch Chamber of Commerce. And it says right on the door, no train or bus info here. Like, don't come in asking us. Okay, so this is all reserved parking and handicap parking, so I guess I'm gonna have to go farther out. Oh, I could have parked there. Well, that's okay. I can park right here. All right, so we're here. Well, here's a train in front of me, an Amtrak train. And it's an engine pulling 4 cars, and it's getting ready to depart to go, well, it'll arrive in Simi Valley in about 11 minutes after it starts moving. I don't know if it's, you know, it might be going someplace farther away than that, but Simi Valley, I'm pretty sure, is the next stop on this train. So I just thought I'd show that. It may be sitting here for another few minutes before it leaves, I don't know. So that's pretty interesting. Train number 912. And as you can see here, there are 2 sets of tracks, and that the one that this train is on is, I believe, it's on the waiting, you know, the side track, not the main track. I'm pretty sure I have that right. And they might be waiting for a train to come into the station from the opposite direction before they proceed. Oh, it looks like it's going in the other way. Oh, check this out. I think it's going in the opposite direction. My understanding is that these engines can either push a train or pull a train, because a lot of times you'll see a train and there's an engine in the front and an engine in the back. And my understanding is, I was looking online, my understanding is that these engines can, the forward engine can pull the train, and the rear engine, faced the wrong way, can kind of back up. And part of the reason for this, that you'll see trains with an engine facing each way, is because they don't have to do what's called like a turnaround, because it takes a lot of real estate to have a train, and you've got to put it on there and to turn it around. But if you have an engine on both sides, it can go in either direction. That saves a lot of cost. So that's kind of an interesting side note to this. But I'm coming up here. Yeah, that train actually went in the opposite direction. It's not going to Simi Valley. It's going wherever it goes when it leads, when it goes south. Now here comes a train coming in now. This is kind of interesting. And they've got this little yellow line here. They don't want you to go beyond this, that's for sure. Stay behind yellow line, it says. So here's a train coming in here, the 917. Yeah, you can see that train had an engine in the back as well. Oh, this is interesting. This area of track right here is all being held down by railroad spikes. There are no pandrel clips here at all. Whereas the track on the other side, the sleepers right here, this is a wood tie. Over there, the sleepers are cement, and they have a completely different clip mechanism on that. That's that side track. But this main track here, by railroad spikes. That is interesting. Oh, check this out. It says right here that the Chatsworth Depot, Museum of Chatsworth Transportation and Movie History. Now it seems to indicate that the lobby is open here. Let me come up here and check it out. Well, it says lobby hours 6:15 to 5:30, so it should be open, but it's not. Look at this here. No public phone charging. Well, this apparently is the museum itself. It says lobby hours 6:15 to 5:30, but this Museum of Chatsworth Transportation and Movie History is not open. At least the door doesn't open. Maybe this down here is the door to get into. That looks like the same thing. Yeah, it's all locked up. So I'm just going to walk up here, and as I mentioned, this is a bus terminal too of some kind. So buses come here. But this is, look at how they padlocked this up, this door here. As I mentioned earlier, I don't think this facility is staffed with anybody. So it says the lobby is open, but it's not. It doesn't appear to be anyway. This says Blue Star Memorial Byway, a tribute to the Armed Forces of America, San Fernando Valley District, California Garden Clubs 2000. I've never heard of that, so I don't know what that is. But see, here's another room here. Just all padlocked up. And look at these bicycle racks here, shaped like bicycles. I guess you just chain your bike up to these bikes. And there's that overpass that I was speaking of earlier. I guess that's a bus route. That's certainly what it seems like it would be, is a bus route. And that bus in front of me there, right here, is it says North Hollywood. Well, now it says G-Line Orange, so I guess it's changed. But and there's that mural on the side of the building. That's kind of attractive. It shows Pueblo Indians and there's a car up there with people sitting in from the 1920s. People on horseback. So I'm going to go back this way. Yeah, I think someday I'm going to get on this train and go to Simi Valley. I don't think it would cost much money. Here's kind of an intricate, I don't know if that's going to show up very well, but it shows a lot of the different things, the blue line, all these different Amtrak, Metrolink, going to LAX. The paper is all kind of like it's kind of like rolling in there. It's not flat anymore. And then I guess this is where you buy your tickets. You can Metro fares. No, it says senior and disabled. If you're 62 or older, you can get a one-way fare for $1.75, but I'm not sure. This is a bus route, I'm pretty sure. Well, if you go up this way, about a mile, you're where I was making my videos. Look at all these railroad spikes right here. That plate right there is being held down by 4. And then you can cross here to go to the other side. If you're, I guess you can board on this side as well. And down here, you probably can't see it, but right down here, there's a red light and a yellow light. The yellow light almost looks orangish, but it's probably yellow. And then up here, the same thing. I don't think it's gonna, you can see it on this, but there's a red light to the left and a yellow light to the right. And here, just real quick, here's that other kind of clip or fastener. It's totally new. I've never seen this one, but that's different. And then you've got a platform over here. So we've got some security cameras up here. Oh, and see, this sign here says if you want to go to Moore Park, you're going in that direction. If you want to go to Los Angeles, you're going in that one. I've never been on an Amtrak train, I don't think. Although about 5 or 6 years ago, I got something in the mail which allowed me and a passenger to travel to like anywhere, I think in California or whatever. I think it included like San Diego or whatever. You could just get a free train ride down there, 2 people, and then come back. I never used it, but that was interesting that they sent me that. And maybe someday I'll come back here and check out this museum. But it's like a ghost town here, really. It's kind of a sign of the times. You know, you You have these facilities, and if this was the 1950s, you'd have people all over the place working, porters, people in booths that could answer your question and help you out with your schedule, and now it's all automated. You can see over here, these are places to buy your tickets. Right over here, it says how to ride and board the train and exit the train, and you can pay by debit card or cash or coin. They have bills right here, and then cash and coin. And then you get your ticket down here at the bottom. It's all automated. Well, that is, and look, they used to sell newspapers here, but now these are all dilapidated and rusting out and broken up, and they look like hell, and they're just sitting here. They used to say, there was the paper right there, La Opinion, the Times Valley edition, and now they're just broken down old relics that are about ready to fall apart. Okay, that's about it for the Chatsworth station. I'll tell you something interesting here. If you look out this way, you can see Stony Point right here. Hopefully the outcroppings come up for you. I can see Summit Boulder at the top up there. And now we'll make our way over to Stony Point. Well, I'm leaving the Chatsworth station now, and I was just talking to this gentleman that rides the train, and because I was asking him, when you get on board, do they check your ticket? And apparently they don't. I don't think there's anybody even on board, like a conductor who's walking down the aisles that can assist passengers with anything. You just get you get into your train car, and there's just you and the other people riding. There's no help, no Amtrak people. I mean, you got the engineer guy and it's running the thing, and that's about it. Maybe a guy in the back too. But they don't even take your ticket, apparently. So I got this Metrolink bus in front of me. They're leaving the parking lot. And I guess we're going to come out on Devonshire here. So we're about, what, 1.5 miles from Stony Point. It says up there, Chatsworth Intermodal Transportation Center. Not sure I've ever heard of the word intermodal before. But probably has to do with the fact that both buses and trains use that facility. Here's Los Toros Mexican food right here. And that's a very well-known eatery for people at Stony Point. And I ate there, the last time I ate there was 20 years ago. There's an Speedway Express gas station that used to be Arco until about a year ago. I guess Arco didn't renew their lease, and it became acquired by another tenant or owner. So there's a few cars out in front of Stony Point. We'll go in there now and do a little climbing. So I did 7 climbs today, which may not seem like much, but for me, that's enough, because I'm just getting back into climbing. But I did some push-ups, chin-ups, pull-ups, squats, and stretching this morning at home. Look at my dog way back there. Pick you up. Come here, pick you up. Come on, baby. So it's sunset right now. It's still pretty light out, of course. We're just going for a little walk. I'm very happy with the exercise I've done today. And I met Robert and Tyler. And I hadn't seen Bill Eventhal in a while. He was here, and did all my climbing up at Boulder 1 today. So that was fun. And now we're just taking a little walk together. Sticker and I. Once I get back a little farther, he'll follow me. I doubt he's going to try to make his way out of here if I set him down. I'll set him down right now. We'll see what happens. See if he, see what he does. I think he'll follow me. Might come out tomorrow. And, nobody back here at all. Nobody on Spiral Traverse or Power Glide or any of the other climbs. Oh, there is somebody up there at Spiral Traverse. I hear a female talking, so there is somebody up there. Which means there's 2 people if she's talking. This is the point in my last video that I was talking about, is once you come up to this area where the trail that goes behind and around Stony Point comes up to here, you can actually look down here and see the tracks right in through there. Had I been able to get this high up, I could have seen that train that went by. I know it was a short train, and it was probably either an Amtrak or a freight train. Now my dog is right behind me. I had to check and make sure. As we were coming through this little gully area here about 4 days ago, my dog started crying out. He had something in his foot, and I picked him up, but I couldn't feel anything, but he was in pain. And then I looked down, and on one of his back feet, I forget which one, in one of his little pads, a red ant had stung him and had its stinger into his foot. So I flicked him off of there and pulled the little stinger out. And he was favoring it for a while, but he wasn't yelping out anymore. I haven't been bitten by a red ant since I was probably under 10 years old. But let's see if Sticker does that little jump like he did the other day right here. Come on, Sticker. I don't know if he's going to do it. Go on, baby. Go, 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 go. Come on. Go on. Go on up there. Go on. Go on, honey. I have a really good photo of him making that leap. It's really kind of cool because he's suspended in midair. And I just thought I'd come back here and look around for some coins. I'm curious to see if I can find more. And I think I'm going to find more. And I'm going to record it, but I am not going to drag you guys through every minute of this. I just feel like looking for it myself because it's just kind of something that I enjoy. I think I found one right here. Just to put this in perspective, there's the letter F or E, and it's right. In fact, I think I see another one too. Look right here. There it is. Look at that. I'll turn it around. Show the back side. It's interesting because you can make out at the top. You can actually make out the top of the coin, and tell it's a penny. And on this side, you can actually, I think you can kind of see the head. Not sure how well that's going to come out, but I think you can see the head. Let me see if I can get it right. Got to get the right shadowing on this thing. I don't think it's going to work, but anyway, I see another one right here. How I missed these, I don't know, but I did. Here's one right here. You see it? Look at that. That really got flat. This is very thin. So I found 2 more cents of the 5. Of course, really, I put down 10. So some of these might have been, perhaps a train hit that first group where I never found any. So it's hard to say. Oh, look, is there another one there? Is that? No, that's a leaf. I'm going to look around a little more. Okay, so I spent about 5 minutes looking, and I found 2 pennies today. I found 2 pennies. I think I have a hole in this pocket and the penny just came out. This is very interesting though, the way this came out, because half the penny was crushed, and on the second part of it you can actually see, you know, the relief areas of the penny, the portrait or the building or what have you. But anyway, I found 4 cents. That was 4 of the 10 pennies. Well, 5. I found 5. I found 4 of them that were squished pretty good. 1 that was squished just on one edge, and then the nickel. So altogether, I laid down 11 coins and got back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of the 11. And I might have been able to get more had I decided I wanted to sit there and look some more, but I didn't. I looked pretty good, but I felt like coming back here and looking at it, so I did. And so we're going to make our way to the car. So this is Friday, and Milo is coming back to stay with me on Monday. For about 5 days, because Brian is going out of town again. Go on, Sticker. Go on up there now. Oh. My dog cries out fairly easily. The smallest thing that concerns him or is even slightly uncomfortable, he'll usually let out a pretty good yelp. Which, that's just the way he is, so I can't do anything about it. I mean, we all have our faults. I have my faults. And I don't know that that's a fault on his part. But, we got some people on some mountain bikes back here. I'd be really impressed if they could get up this. And they probably can. But that requires a lot of gears. Well, no, it looks like they're not gonna. That would be quite a feat. But, how you doing?
Hello. Good, nice.
I'll take you out of this video if you want.
No, we're okay. Oh, it's okay.
Okay, I was waiting to see if you were gonna like actually.
Oh no, there's people we walking.
Yeah. Oh.
Some people get.
Could you go up this? I mean, I'm just curious. Could you?
Probably not.
Yeah.
It's too sandy.
Right. Well, I give you a lot of credit for doing anything on those things. So, have fun, you guys. So, it's been a good day. Friday. I'm going to come out tomorrow. I'm going to do some climbing. Alrighty. That might be it for this video. I'm not sure. If I have anything else to say, I'll say it. Otherwise, until next time.